Hey guys, and welcome back once again to I Like Watches. You have had to endure a lot of AliExpress sale content recently, and I am extremely grateful for you guys supporting me and this channel. You subscribe to it, you like my videos, you comment, you use my affiliate links. You do all these things that helps me to do this for a living, and I am really grateful. But as a little treat, I thought I'd show you 3 new Seiko watches that have arrived. Well, they're new to me. They're not new to the market. They're new to me. They've literally just arrived about an hour ago. I got these from Joma Shop. They are Recraft watches from Seiko. I've been looking at these for months and months, and I've struggled to find somewhere to buy them from, but Joma Shop at the moment seems to be stocking, well, 3 of them, and I couldn't decide which one to get, so I got all 3. And in this video, I'm going to open them up, have a look at them for the first time, share with you my first impressions. Let me know if any of these tickle your fancy. I might give one away in a future giveaway. Who knows? Because I don't need 3, do I? Not sure if I'll review them. I'll take a look at them and yeah, decide at some point in the future. But let's have a look at them, shall we? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I do really appreciate it. Right, I've taken the first one off the top of the pile. What is this? I'm pretty sure it says it on the box. SNKP23. Retail price, $275. I don't recall the retail prices, but I remember seeing the receipt. It was around $400, including $30 for shipping. Plus I had a £70 import tax. So I will put the final price or prices on the screen. Right, I've got 3 watches to get through, so let's not hang around. And here is the first one. Oh man, it looks so good. So good. Yeah, the usual stuff in the box. Let's not spend too much time on that. And here it is. Nice. Look at the finishing actually on the case. That looks good. Let's get some plastic off. Oh, there's the tag. I'll just quickly show you that. Yep, the SNKP23, $275. I think these ranged from around $100 to $130, something like that. So yeah, roughly half price, I think. Right, I got there in the end, removed all the stickers. You can't hand wind it because it's got the 7S26 movement inside. It is an automatic, but it's pretty much their most basic and entry level movement. It's automatic, it doesn't hack, doesn't hand wind. So you have to give it the old Seiko shuffle to get it going, but there you go, it doesn't take long. Look, this one has a nice sunburst dial, obviously a very, not sunburst dial, sort of fading dial. Well, I suppose it is sunburst as well, isn't it? Splash of orange. I've got to say, I am actually very impressed with the finishing for just over $100, I think, for this one. All solid stainless steel, obviously milled clasp, pressed clasp. I keep saying milled in my videos at the moment. Pressed clasp, not a milled clasp. Decent weight to it though, actually. Feels substantial and obviously looks incredible. I love the look of these things. Yeah, and it actually looks much better in person. And look at the rainbow colours, a little bit like the Grand Seiko that I showed. I think I'm expecting then those applied indices to have those fine little grooves cut in them to give that sort of rainbow colour effect on the applied indices. Oh man, that is just so cool. Let's get it on the wrist, shall we? And there it is on my 7¼ inch-ish wrist. I've managed to get a neon perfect fit. The links are folded, but the end links are solid. You know, they're not hollow, and they may be folded links, the end links, but they are solid end links. Just a cool looking watch, isn't it? I think this is insane value. Okay, some of the specifications are touch weak, folded links, the 7S26 movement. No idea what the loom's like. I'll do a little loom test at some point, I suspect, on I Like Watches 2. It will be Hardlex crystal, but a cracking looking watch for the money. Just so cool looking, and actually the finishing on the case is surprisingly good. The polishing is good, and look at that brushing on top. I think it frames the actual dial very nicely. What an awesome watch. Yeah, very impressed. Right, let's move on to number 2. Right, here is number 2. It is the SNKN37, retailing for $225. Says strap there, so I suspect this is, or has come on a strap as opposed to a bracelet. Yep, there it is. I think this was probably my least favourite looking one, but I think it was also the cheapest, which is why I wanted to pick it up. And it's big, actually. Whoa, okay, first impressions are it's chunky. Not too thick, actually, but that might be an optical illusion because it's quite a large case. Square cases generally look bigger than their dimensions suggest anyway. But yeah, let's get some stuff off it and have a proper look, shall we? Right, there it is. Let's have a look at the movement. I'm almost certain it will be the 7S26 again. Best way to check is to, no hand winding and no hacking. So yeah, 7S26, another interesting blue dial. Yeah, I mean, it is chunky, but it does look quite good, I've got to say. The strap is actually surprisingly nice, and I like this sort of flat end on the tail there. Buckle is signed. Again, I'll put the prices on the screen because I don't recall the prices off the top of my head. Let's have a look at the alignment. Oh, looks pretty off, doesn't it? Look at that printed marker there with that index. Let's have a look at another one. Let's have a look at the 9 o'clock. Looks a little bit off as well. That's a bit of a shame, but what should I be expecting from Seiko? And it is, of course, an entry-level watch. But yeah, really interesting one. The finishing doesn't look quite as crisp on this one. The brushing on top of the case looks more satin, though. A bit more of a sheen to it. Really nice finish on this leather strap as well. And there it is on my 7¼ inch-ish wrist. Yeah, I mean, it's comfortable enough, but it's quite big, isn't it? It sort of smothers my wrist a little bit. Yeah, it's perhaps not my favourite. The first one is probably one I would prefer over this. But yeah, it's interesting. One for the big boys, I think. Now, completely coincidentally, the one that's in here should be the one that I was most excited about seeing. The mid-priced watch at $250 on a bracelet look. Yeah, this is the green dial watch, or it should be anyway. Yeah, it's just worked out like that. Save the best till last. But yeah, that's how it's turned out. Let's have a little look. Here we go. And there it is. Oh, that's just me dropping boxes behind me. And it's a bit fluffy. Oh, man, actually, it looks just as big as the other one. In fact, it looks like the same watch as the other one. But just on a bracelet with a green dial. Let's have a look. Well, similar, actually. Same case, I think. Yeah, it looks like the same case, but just different dial. Different applied indices. I do prefer the look of this dial, but again, it's just a huge case. So I think it turns out the first one is most likely to be my favourite out of the three. Anyway, let's get the plastic off this one and have another good look. Right, there we go. I got ahead of myself a little bit as well, and I've already resized it. But yeah, another 7S26 movement, so not hacking, not hand wind, little Seiko shuffle, but it's already working. Look, these seem to be kicking into action pretty quick. Love the dial, don't love the size of it, I've got to say. Yeah, it is chunky. Don't like the feel of it. It's just, I think it's going to feel a bit top heavy because that case is quite substantial, and with these links in the bracelet being folded, not a huge amount of weight. Obviously, you've got a rather flimsy sort of pressed clasp as well. So all of the weight does feel like it's, in the case. But it's just a cool looking watch. Yeah, I think I'm definitely leaning towards the first one. Let's have a look. Nice applied gilt indices. What about the alignment? Seems all right, actually, on this one. I'm not seeing anything obvious. Nothing's jumping out at me. The finishing looks just okay on this one. Again, it'll be hard legs. Folded links. Again, they're solid though at the end, although they're folded. Oh no, this one has hollow links. Let me double check the other one. Hang on. Yeah, look, this first one has got although they're folded, they're sort of integrated solid links. Look, there's no hollow element to the bracelet there, but on this one, you've got these additional sort of traditional end links that are hollow. So yeah, okay, let me have a think about it, and I'm going to come back to you now and do a little summary, I think. Right, we're back at the desk. Let's just wrap up this video and talk about these three watches then. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit disappointed with these two. They're huge, actually. They're Recraft watches. They're supposed to look like watches from the 70s. Were watches that big in the 70s? I was very young in the 70s. Let me know if you were around in the 70s and you were of watch-wearing age. Were watches that big in the 70s? I don't think they were. I'm not even sure they were this big. But this one is incredible. I'm so glad I got all three in the end because I was leaning towards this green one. I just thought it was stunning. But I didn't realise actually how big it was. So yeah, I am thrilled that I've picked up this blue version. And this particular watch just feels like you're getting so much more for your money. The finishing seems nicer on the case. It just feels like a slightly more solid watch. Not entirely sure why that would be. But yeah, it's just a bit more compact. I love the case shape. There's a bit more to look at on the dial as well. I didn't even mention the frame around the date window because, well, I don't think I noticed it while I was over there at the light box, but it's just this really cool shape. Yeah, this one is amazing. I'll be keeping hold of this one. I'm almost certain of that. And I'll be producing a full review of this one at some point in the future, hopefully. It's no surprise as well that the best one is the most expensive, retailing for $275. But I think it's half that at Joma Shop at the moment, if they've got any left. They don't tend to hang around, these watches, so if you are interested in one, I will have put some links in the video description. These two, if you like the design and you've got a big wrist and you like your big chunky watches, then yeah, maybe consider these. I'm really not keen on the look of this one. This one I still like the look of, but mostly the dial. Not a fan of the case shape, to be honest, but there you go. Right, let me know, what should I do with these two? I'm not going to review them, so should I give them away in the future? Not entirely sure. Let me know. Right, take care, look after yourselves. You'll see me again very, very soon, probably before Saturday.